why are you so insecure about yourself? Like, what is it that I'm saying that? Like, why is it that I'm saying that, like, that makes you think I'm insecure? I would ask that plenty of times because I want to know, what is it? What is your ultimate motive for liking me? Because like I said, I perceive a lot, and I know that everybody has a self interest. That's why we do everything. Every one of us does things simply out of self interest. Now, having said that, that self interest can be benign. It could be simply a matter of, I think this person is beautiful, or I think this person is hot, and I would really like to get to know them. Or I think this person is really a nice person, or like I'm attracted to their aura and I want to get to know them. I might like her as a girlfriend or something like that. I want to know what it is. What attracted you? I don't think that that's necessarily an insecure question. I think it's more of me being curious. I am doing research. I want to know, what is it about myself that attracts people to me aside from my big butt? That's what I want to know. Legitimate question, But it's weird how it gets interpreted. And you know, you got to also understand, okay, that, and I posted this on another guy's thing. I've been watching a lot of FAs on YouTube, and there's a few of them out there, and some of them are kind of saying some good stuff, some of them are being negative, and some of them are just having like the wrong perception. And you know what? I can't correct everybody's perceptions of things. What I will say is this, is that if you're going to speak about a fat woman's struggle, and then you're not gonna entertain that there may be a differing of opinion there, and you just block those people, then there's nothing. There's not going to be any positive outcome to that. You're just shutting somebody down because you will not tolerate any negativity, and your rigid idea of negativity is so crazy. But whatever, okay, to each their own. But one day, you know what? I always say, I've been there, I've done that. And when I see somebody doing the same things that I used to do, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'm gonna move on. So I see some guys, they make like blanket statements about, big girls have such mental issues because they're so damaged. Yes, they are. There are big girls that are so damaged, and they just cannot see how somebody could like them. And that's where the misconception comes in. When I ask that people think I'm being down on myself. No. I have to kind of tamper my ego sometimes, okay? Because I do feel myself. I do. All right? And I hate to say that. Don't get me wrong, because I just went through a period of self-hate. And I said that was due to a lot of stress, and also dealing with not realizing that my ex-boyfriend did a whole mind fuck on me and projected all his crazy insecurities on me. And it took me a long time to pull out of that. It did. And it wasn't all just about me being big. It had some to do with my financial state, and just a lot of other things. It wasn't all about, oh my God, I'm fat. It wasn't all about that. It really wasn't. Look, I'm at a point in my life where I am leveled off, and I've controlled my weight where my weight will not move. Now I have to get my weight to come down, but I'm sidetracking. You know, you have to look at, if you find a girl who's struggling with her self-image, you gotta treat her as if you have just adopted an abused dog. And I'm not trying to equate fat women to dogs in any kind of way. I'm talking about if you've rescued an animal that had been abused, are you going to try with this animal for a month and then throw your hands up in the air and be like, this is a hopeless cause, I can't deal with this shit, and there's just no saving this animal, and there's no rehabilitating it? Or are you going to take the time? Are you just going to return it to the shelter that you adopted it from? What are you going to do? It's a struggle. And you know, yes, those guys that have self-hate, they have self-hate because they like what they like, and they have put it on the big girls. But you can't blame 100% those closet guys. It's not 100% their fault. Okay? It's only the ones that abuse the big girls. But it's also the rest of society that abuses big girls. And that involves skinny girls. That involves other guys that have no interest. That involves family members. That involves well-meaning neighbors, or well-meaning, friends' parents, or whoever it is that has an opinion about that girl's body. Or the well-meaning guidance counselor who put, obesity on your file as being handicapped, or any number of things. It's just, you're fighting so many voices, and you only have one voice in here, right? You've only got one to fight your fight. But there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. And then you have to deal with the media and Hollywood and all of that. So you're fighting a huge fight, And you have to understand it's programmed in her makeup to not think she is worth anything. You can't change that. It is called cognitive dissonance, and that takes a long time to, erase the conflict. It takes a long time to reconcile that in somebody's brain until they will accept the new data, the new program, or reject the old program. It takes time. So, if you want to affect positive change, you can't continue to look at the problem, the things that you don't want, the big chicks that are down on themselves. You don't want to do that. You want to not even focus on it. You just want to go forward. You don't want to focus on this person being damaged and that there's somebody who needs to be fixed, because you're still focusing on the problem. I don't know. Am I just rambling? Yes. Okay. Finally, what I would like to do as I go on this continue on this channel is, if there are fat admirers coming on here and they're having, they're putting channels up there and they're sending out a positive message, I would certainly like to give them shout outs and let people go find their channels for themselves and discover them and let them spread that message. Right? That's what this is about. So the first one that I want to kind of give a little shout out to is this guy, Gaines Bonville is his YouTube channel name. And he's from Brockport. He's in college. He openly talks about his love of the big girls. And he's a good example, like I said, of the college age guy who is embracing who he is. And not a lot of college guys will be that way. That's where the whole fat shaming week comes from college and all the shit that they do to big girls. You know, I'm not saying that particular school, I'm not saying this kid in particular because I don't know him, but I'm just saying, you know, this is where you get a lot of mean shit going on to big girls, right? Check him out. He seems real and legitimate to me. He certainly knows who he likes. And that's it. So this is long, of course, because you know what? I got a lot to say. And it's my channel, and you don't have to like it. That's it. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, and have a great night. Bye.